So this is going to be deep core work today. We are going to start seated. You could also have a lightweight actually in your hands to start. So we're gonna start with feet planted about hip distance apart. So a little space in between those feet, sitting up nice and tall. Sit bones rooting down into the earth. Extend your arms forward. So whatever object you have, roll of paper towels, pillow, yoga block, you are pressing your hands together a little bit. So creating a little resistance. Begin to lean back. You could also just be holding a light weight. Subtle curve in that lower back, so we're not just leaning straight back. Find that little C curve. Arms extend straight forward. Find that place where the core tightens up. Lean back 1 inch deeper, and then lift up. Arms extend forward and up. Little stretch through the shoulders. Take those arms forward. Little curve in the lower back. Lean it back. Find that core engagement. Stay here. Arms lift up here. Take it forward. Lift up. All right, friends. Slow and controlled here. Pilates is time under tension. We really want to focus. Lean it back. Now, if you walk, extend legs out long, heels press into the earth. Now, zip your legs up together. Flex your feet, pull your toes toward your face, lean 1 inch deeper, arms up overhead, take them forward, sit up tall. All right, take a deep inhale in. Continue to press those palms together, lean it back, stay here. Go 1 inch deeper, arms up overhead, arms forward, stay leaning back, arms up, arms forward, up, forward. 3 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it up. Stay right here. Little pulses up. So we're just lifting through the chest. Feel that core fire up. 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit up. Deep breath in. Feel that fire. I'm definitely waking the body up. Allow yourself to lean it back. If this bothers your lower back, you can go back to the feet planted. All right? Press those palms toward each other. Get the upper body involved. Now take the arms up at a diagonal to the left, down to the right diagonal. Think woodchuck. Up, down, up, down. Go for 3. Last 2. Slow and controlled. Last 1. Ooh-wee. Come to center. Lean 1 inch deeper. Lift it up. Sit up tall. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Core is engaged. Lean it back. Allow yourself to go up to the right. Diagonal down to the left. Up to the right. Continue to press those palms toward each other. You could also be using a light weight here. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Arms point forward. Allow yourself to just feel that burn. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Good. Lay it down on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. A little release into the hip flexors. A little release into the lower back. All right. If you have a magic circle, it is going between your knees. I want your feet still about hip distance, but with that object in between your knees, if you have a yoga block or paper towels, your knees are going to be a little wider. So try to keep the feet about hip distance. Knees are a little bit wider, so you almost have this V shape in the body, all right? Feet are not too far away from the body, not too close. Squeeze the knees into whatever object you have. Create a little resistance. We're working the inner thighs. We're working on adduction. If you have a yoga block, you're just not gonna have that same resistance, or like roll of paper towels, maybe a firm pillow. But we wanna think about hugging those knees in together, engaging through the core, squeeze nice and tight. So the nice thing about this magic circle is it begins to change shape. We feel some added resistance. You can still mimic that sensation by squeezing whatever object you have. Right now my legs are kind of shaking because they're like, yeah, we feel that. All right, stay with me. Hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. Thumbs can go down the neck. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, squeeze the core tight, lift the head, lift the chest. Hold here. Take a deep inhale in, squeeze the core tighter. Exhale, lift a little higher. Hold here, just stay. We're gonna talk core engagement and feel the fire, time under tension. Core is engaged, but what that means is we're thinking about pulling this belly button closer to the floor. We're thinking about zipping up from our private parts all the way up to our ribs. Everything zips nice and tight. Then we keep that engagement, we wrap it up with some duct tape. Keep that core engaged as you release the head, release the chest. Deep inhale in. Exhale, squeeze, lift. Stay here for 2 breaths. Breathe in. Exhale, squeeze a little deeper into the core. 1 more breath, inhale. Squeeze deeper, exhale. Release the head, release the chest. Deep inhale in, keep those legs pressing toward each other. Little engagement. Hands behind the head, interlace the fingers. Deep breath in, deep breath out, squeeze, lift the head, lift the chest. Hold. Now, try and pulse those knees toward each other. If you have that magic circle, you can actually pulse a little closer. If you have a yoga block, roll of paper towels, you're not gonna have the same exact sensation, but you're still working at bringing those knees closer together, still working those inner thighs. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. Release the head, release the chest, release that resistance in your legs. So a little bit of relaxation. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, squeeze the knees toward each other, lift the head, lift the chest, hold, breathe. Little pulses up with the chest. Good. Feel the burn. All right, lift a little higher, just hold here. Try to get those shoulder blades off the mat. Try to feel that core fire up even more. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Release the head, release the chest. We're gonna tabletop these legs. So shins are parallel with the earth. We're still squeezing that object in between our knees, feeling that inner thigh engagement. All right, hands behind the head. Interlace those fingers. Lift the head, lift the chest. Squeeze the legs together. Release the head down, release the resistance. Deep breath in, do that again. So as we lift the head and chest, we squeeze the knees toward each other. Release the head, release the resistance. Again, inhale. Use your exhale to squeeze, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze, lift. Inhale, lower. All right, arms by the sides, palms pressing into the earth. Squeeze the legs together, straighten them up towards the sky. Allow yourself to flex your feet, pull your toes toward your face, so like you're standing on the earth or on the ceiling. You might have a subtle bend in your knees here depending on your hamstrings tightness. Slowly lower the heels toward the earth, squeezing those legs toward each other. Point the toes, scoop, lift. Flex, slowly lower the heels toward the earth. Point, scoop, lift. You're gonna stop at that place where you start to feel any tension in the lower back. Keep the knees pulling toward each other. Continue to feel that inner thigh burn. Think Thigh Master. Who was that? Was that Suzanne Summers? I think so. Let's go. You got 2 more here. Last one. Woo-wee, I feel that burn. Release that, plant the feet on the earth. Knees to the right, knees to the left. So no matter what object you are using in between your legs, you're feeling yourself create that adduction sensation, which is pulling the knees toward each other, right? We're using muscles to hug everything to midline. Adding a little intensity, adding a little additional feedback to the body. All right, we're gonna take our ring or whatever we have, roll of paper towels in between the ankles. This time, you're squeezing the ankles toward each other. Allow yourself to feel that sensation. A little bit different, you might have a little wobble. Arms by the side, straighten the legs up to the sky. Squeeze them toward each other. Slowly lower down, slowly lift up. Slowly lower down, slowly lift up. You could add the flex and the point to the feet, but if that's too much, don't worry about it. As you do this, If you have the circle, think of a steering wheel. You'll notice you kind of wobble maybe to one side or the other. I want you to think about trying to stay in between two lines on the road and allowing yourself to really find that focus. It makes you work the legs together rather than one taking over more than the other. We got 2 more here. Last one. Good. Bend the knees again. Shins are parallel with the earth. Continue to plant the arms into the earth. Spread all 10 fingers wide. Wake up the upper body. Straighten the legs, extend them in a diagonal. Pull the knees back in. Straighten the legs, send diagonal. Pull back in. So whatever you have between your ankles, paper towels, yoga block, you are squeezing those ankles toward each other. You're trying to keep that object in between the ankles. Let's go. You got 2 more here. You got 1 more, but hold it out. Little pulses in. Try to press those heels toward each other. Beautiful. Hug it all in. Plant the feet. Rock from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Core is working. Inner thighs are working. Woo. All right. Take whatever you have. Magic circle, yoga block, paper towels in between the knees. Feet are about hip distance apart again. Knees might be just a little bit wider, just depending on what you have. We're gonna find a bridge. Plant the palms next to the body. Press into the heels, lift the hips. If you have a circle, you're gonna change the shape of that circle. You're gonna try and make it an oval. Hug the knees in together. If you're using a yoga block, same sensation. You just wanna hug those knees toward each other. Good, stay lifted. Press into the heels a little bit more. Lift up through the hips. Slowly release the hips toward the mat. Just let them touch. Press into the heels, lift. So it's a little tap. Slowly lower, tap, lift. Continue to pull those knees toward each other. Tap, lift. We're not knocking out reps, slow and controlled. So think lower for 3, 2, 1, lift for 1. Lower for 3, 2, 1, lift for 1. 3, 2, 1, 1. 3, 2, 1, 1. 3, 2, 1. Lift, hold it up, pulse through the heels, little pulses. Continue to keep the knees hugging toward each other. Now hold the hips up. We're gonna squeeze the knees toward each other. Little pulses in, in, in. 3, 2, 1. Release the hips to the earth. Squeeze the knees toward each other. Create that engagement. Just stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release any tension you have. Give yourself a little moment to rock from side to side if that's what you need. Breathe in, breathe out. So my friends who have a booty band, if you don't have a circle, you could use the booty band for this next portion. And you could continue to use the booty band for a couple of the next portions. You'll just think about pressing your knees toward away from each other. If you have a circle, you're taking it on the outside of the knees this time. Plant the feet into the earth. Hips continue to stay in line with knees and heels. If you have a yoga block or paper towels, you're not going to use that for this portion. I just want you to think about opening the knees out, and we're going to work on our abduction instead. All right, palms plant on the earth. Lift the hips, press into the heels. This time you're thinking about opening the knees wider. Slowly release the hips down, tap, scoop, lift. Tap, scoop, lift. Think of lowering for 3, 2, 1. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Lift. One more. Hold it at the top. Pulse it up. Breathe here. So we're thinking about pushing the knees open, creating a different movement here. All right, keep the hips lifted, little pulses out. Moving the knees away from each other. Hold there, just hold, fullest expression. Press into the heels, lift a little higher. breathe, release. Good, hug your knees into your chest. Little rock from side to side. Arms by the sides. Go ahead and straighten the legs, lift them up toward the sky. So if you have a booty band on, awesome. Otherwise, we're just using the circle, paper towels, yoga block, they're out of the way. You're just gonna continue to reach the legs up to the sky. Flex the feet, pull the toes toward the knees. Slowly release the heels toward the earth. Point the toes, scoop lift. Again, we're pulling the knees away from each other. Go ahead and flex, lower for 3, 2, 1. Scoop lift. 3, 2, 1. Scoop lift. 3, 2, 1. Scoop lift. This time 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. One more like that. Lift, good. Go ahead and release that booty band or magic circle. Rock from side to side. Beautiful, beautiful work. All right, we're gonna lay on our left-hand side. We are going to either prop up on our elbow, Baywatch Babe it, or lay it all the way down. I'm gonna start Baywatch Babe, just for cueing purposes to start. So knees are bent, feet in line with booty, booty in line with body. If you have yourself a magic circle, you're gonna use that. You could use a booty band here. You're just gonna do opposite of what I'm saying. So you're gonna be thinking about opening up as I'm talking about closing. If you don't have anything, A-okay, you're still working here. So we're gonna work on some clams. Clams are still work even without any added resistance. I want you first to think about pressing this right hip away from you, elongating through the left side. So maybe you do lay that head down. We're gonna squeeze in, open up. So if you do not have a circle, your knees are gonna close all the way together. If you have that circle, they aren't gonna close much, right? We're just working through pressing the heels together, creating some resistance. If you have a booty band, you're thinking about opening up to the outside, okay? Go for 3, 2, 1. Open it up. Think about just closing in little pulses in. If you have a booty band, it's little pulses out. If you have nothing, you're just thinking about closing halfway, opening all the way. Stay with me. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's just think about holding it together or opening it up if you have a booty band. Not trying to confuse you, but hopefully you're still with me here. Stay. Good. Open, relax. You're gonna take that object. This time you could use yoga block or paper towels, magic circle. You're gonna put it between your ankles. A little bit of challenge here. Legs are going to go long. You have that object in between the ankles. You're going to use your right hand to support you just a little bit, tent those fingers. Legs could be at a slight diagonal or straight back behind you. I want you to think about squeezing and lifting both legs up, dropping them down, squeezing and lifting. If you do not have an object, you don't need it. Legs are gonna be zipped up together. Same movement here, okay? So a lot of side body work. This movement is coming from your obliques. Nice, long, lean body. Stay with me. Go for 3. Go for 2. Go for 1. Hold it up. If you do have an object, think about pulsing those ankles toward each other, squeezing the ankles together as you keep those legs lifted. We're wild today. Beautiful. We're gonna switch sides, take it to the right. You are either propped up, laying down, Baywatch babing. We're gonna start with those clams. Set yourself up. Think about first, pressing this left hip away from you, elongating through this right side. Little Stuart, little door. Core is nice and tight. Everything's engaged. In between the knees, or you got your booty band. I know if we are using different objects, my transitions probably aren't lining up with you. Trying to make it accessible for all. We don't always use the magic circle because I know everybody doesn't have one. All right, squeeze, open, squeeze, open. Heels pressed together. Core is working here. You feel this tight engagement through the belly. We continue to keep this elongated right side. Such a good word, elongate. Let's elongate these muscles. All right, squeeze it in, little pulses in. If you have a booty band, it's little pulses out. If you don't have anything, you're just closing halfway. 3, 2, 1. Open it up, squeeze tight. Let's just hold it. Let's just squeeze tight. If you have that booty band, you're just trying to open out. Stay with me, just hold. Time under tension, we want some pressure. We create intentional tension in our body. That way when we come into tense moments throughout our day, we're more prepared. Beautiful. All right, let's switch. So if you got that booty band, transition time again is gonna be a little different. Whatever object you have is between your ankles. If you don't have an object, you're just zipping the legs up together. Support yourself with your left fingertips. Squeeze and lift both legs up and down. Squeeze, lift, and down. Now, what's happening to your right side? Are you dumping into that right side? Try to maintain a little bit of that engagement. You're going to, no matter what, dump into that side a little bit, but really try to keep that core engaged. Allow yourself to really zip up, like we talked about, from the itty bitty parts up to your ribs, and then wrap that duct tape around. Try to keep your spine long and lean, or long and in line. Go for a 3. Last 2. Last 1, hold it up. Press those ankles toward each other. Stay with me. Beautiful, release that. Get it out of the way. Roll over onto your belly. Press your forearms into the earth. As you are here, your belly sinks toward the mat, but I want you to think about pulling your belly button off of the mat. It may still be there, but it's that feeling of pulling it away, so pulling that belly button to spine. Good, release down. Forehead presses into the earth. Plant your palms right below your shoulders. We're gonna work the back side of the body. This is your core too. We often think just the 6-pack abs. Your core wraps around your entire back. Forehead presses into the earth. Think about pulling that belly button off of the mat again. Engage that. Begin to press into the palms. Lift the head, lift the chest. Just start here, little baby swan. Gaze remains neutral down toward the mat. You're light in the fingertips. Maybe even lift those palms off the earth. You feel the lower back engaging. Go ahead and release the head back down. We're gonna do that a few more times, and each time we're gonna go to our limit. We might lift a little higher. We might stay really low. All right, forehead presses into the earth. Belly button lifts off of the mat. Engage that core. Press into the palms, lift a little higher. Maybe this time you begin to straighten through those elbows. We want to still keep that gaze down. So if you're looking at the screen just to see me, that's cool, but then look back down. Continue to pull that belly button away from the mat. Release back down. Pause. Belly button pulls off of the mat. Begin to lift up. You could stay at that little baby swan. Maybe straighten through the arms. Maybe extend completely through the arms. Pressing the tops of the feet into the earth. Feeling this extension through the spine. Release back down. One more time. Beautiful. It's a good way to stretch out the core after a lot of deep core work too. Maybe you feel this in the lower belly. Good, release down. Press back to a little child's pose, little rest pose. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, my friends, that is it today. Sorry that we're now long instead of horizontal. Some days the technology is just a little crazy.